Well, hello there, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? If you aren't following us, go on over to our page, Coffee Time with John and Mama, and you will catch us there. You'll see us every evening live about this time. Maybe like give or take, who knows? But we try to get on here at the regular time, almost daily, isn't it, Mama?
Yeah, I do.
Mama's cold.
Well, I've been outside and coming into the air conditioner makes
Yeah.
me feel colder.
Yeah, she's been outside and it's 81 degrees. She had to wear a sweater. You know how it is. When it turns 80, you gotta get a good
No,
heavy
I
sweater.
can wear a sweater outside or wear it worse. Put it on when I come back in where it's cooler.
We're making simple supper tonight. This is just a little extra, and it's only because we went to the Kroger today, and we was getting some fancy stuff, putting on the dog. We do this sometimes with spaghetti or something like that as an appetizer, sort of. Or if I have company over and we're having spaghetti, I try to do something like this. But I'm going to show you all how to do it really quick because we're not eating supper tonight. We're just going to eat a little bit of bread. And we ate late lunch. Here's some more fancy, just extravagant, really. I got one of them chickens that y'all talk about all the time. You know, the pre-cooked ones in the bags.
Roasted or?
I just stopped by the store and picked up a roasted chicken, y'all say? What a privilege that would be. But we went to the big town today, and so we got one of them fancy chickens. Look here what we got. Fancy breads. This was $2.50 for 2 loaves. Fresh. So, if you're going to get fancy, it's time to get fancy, ain't it, Mama?
I guess. I'm not that fancy.
We fancy
It's
tonight.
fancy today.
We're feeling fancy. Now, let me ask y'all a question. How come they take the bread up all the time? I forgot about this tape business. You have to pull one side. Let me show you. You have to pull one side to get it out of the tape. Okay. I guess everybody knows this. This is probably like, let me show you how to boil water. Because this ranks right up there probably with everybody on here. Everybody's probably going, I've done that, John. We all know how to do that. It's just because you live somewhere you can't get fancy breads.
That's right.
So, we're feeling rather fancy tonight. Because we're just not used to this kind of stuff. We're not used to fancy breads or being able to get chickens already cooked in a bag, and they were delicious, wasn't it, Mama?
Oh, yeah, it was. Well, we was hungry at lunch.
We was hungry. And when we say lunch, we're talking about 2:30. So, that's supper-ish, lunchish. But I'm still could eat a little bit before I go to bed. You ever been there? You ever eat at an odd time, but you think, I could eat a bite. So this is a loaf of,
It smells wonderful.
you smell it all over the house.
Yeah.
I always cut bread of any kind, homemade or store-bought, it doesn't matter. I always cut it in the middle. And I'm going to give you a reason as to why. So I cut it in the middle. When you're cutting bread, you want to saw so you keep the integrity of the bread.
Try to use a bread knife.
Right. And I just cut it in the middle because I feel like the crusty ends are for preserving and protecting the bread. This is a bread knife. So if you cut it on the ends, people are tempted to do that. And some people love that end piece, but I do like it, but I save it for the last bit of it. I don't try to do it first. This bread is going to be perfect for olive oil.
Oh, I can smell it come over here every time you cut through it.
It's wonderful. I know this is just pure bread. And you're like, John, sometimes you just want to eat rolls. Tonight you're just serving bread. Yeah, that's the diversity of this household. Hope y'all have had a good Juneteenth today. Hope y'all have done something to remember and something with your family. Make some memories as always. Now, the reason I like to do this is when I put my loaf, it don't fit perfect because I've cut some off, but it will keep both ends of that fresher, and then I put it back in my bag, and I could wrap that in saran wrap, so you still have a pretty loaf. Plus, presentation is good Because now, if company comes over, say I get company in the next half hour, I'll pull this out and they won't know that I'm not serving them a very fresh, never used bread. So it is good for presentation. So here's just a few little pieces. This next part you can or can't do, it doesn't matter. This is simply just a zesty, good seasoned, zesty Italian salad dressing mix. This is what you would use to make a homemade Italian dressing. And I just picked these up when I go to the store at random. This one I found over there. I don't know how long it's been here. And it's got sodium. It's got all the bad things probably. Well, not too much sodium. But I put it in a mortar and pestle, just like this. And you'll use this 2 or 3 times. But I go ahead and put it in a mortar and pestle. And I put my cracked pepper in there. This is the tricolor peppercorns, but it grinds a lot smaller. And you know Mama and me, we both seem to get choked on pepper anymore.
Oh, I can smell that already.
And I'm going to put a little salt in it. I'm going to pre-grind. Now you may say, John, those spices look very small. What are you doing the mortar and pestle for? Anytime you have a dried spice, when you get it out of your container, it don't matter if it's chili powder, or if it's garlic, or if it's any kind of dried spice, you are going to bloom the oils if you press them a little bit. And you're going to have a little bit more flavor. Now, if you're doing this in a soup or chili or something hot, it's going to bloom in that hot liquid. If you're doing it in a stir fry or something like that, I always tell you, put your seasonings in early, let them bloom in the heat, and then you'll have flavor. If you're going to eat them raw, like this, uncooked, you just ain't going to see no heat. Then if you'll do this, you'll get more flavor out of whatever you're using. More flavor out of whatever you got going on, okay?
That's going good.
Well, we're just squeezing some oils out of everything in there. And onto your plate we go. Now, how did I learn to do this? There used to be a restaurant and they would do this right at the table. Now, you want a good olive oil. I wouldn't use a light olive oil. This one is a rich taste. It's at level 4. And you want to use something like that so you can taste it. Unless you don't like it, then you don't want to use that. Maybe you just want to skip the whole process. But this, you can see the color. It's a good, rich olive oil. And you want to fill it about like that. That bread will do a lot of mixing. Now, I need to get a fork. Hold on a second.
I need it coming.
No, I got it right here, Mama. This was one of my granny's old forks. It's the only one I found. I used to eat out of it when I was a kid. It's one of my favorites.
That's when you was a baby, little.
I was young and I thought it was fancy because I always got the special fork. I think she just didn't want me messing up her good stuff.
Now that could have been it.
So you want to mix this up. You're mixing basically a dressing on your plate. And you want to just fold in the sides. Like that. And you want to let it sit. Let that sit. If you can mix that up about 5 minutes before your guests start to eat it, at least, or 6 minutes. You know, give or take a minute here or there. Meaning, do what you want to. Some people can't wait. But it gives it a chance for all those to open up and get to going. You think up all these strange dishes, John. I'm sure Mama laughs out loud. Maria, she does sometimes. But no, she's had this and she does like it. I didn't make this one up. I can't take credit for it because
You'd like to, though, wouldn't you?
I would, though. Maybe I can change it up a little bit.
Do you need a brush or just...
A little Parmesan cheese sprinkled over it would be good, too. You want some Parmesan cheese?
No.
I've done that before, and I've also put this on there and then sprinkled the Parmesan on my bread. You want to get some to show them?
I can get the chromosome stuff.
Show you just that other little take. Thank you for suggesting that. I hadn't thought about the parm tonight. That comment went away. I don't know who made that comment. Now here I am. You need balsamic is good with this, but Mama don't care for it as much. She'll eat it cooked, and the balsamic pork chomps, she did like those, but if I started putting in this, she would say, nah, I don't care for it. Hey, John and Mama. All right, so this is just a little thing we're doing. Now, I've done this, was it last week I had this?
It's just been a few nights ago.
And you said, it's been a while since you've done that.
Yeah.
So let's get us a couple of pieces of bread here. Now, if you're going to do this as a group, you know, the rules, no double dipping, it's just like a dip or anything else. But as family, do what you want to. But what I like to do is take these little pieces of bread and just pat them in there like this. Go ahead, Mom.
I'll just try one first.
Mama's like, I'll just try one. And let everybody get theirs patted in. We'll go ahead and bless it. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this bread, and we thank you for this oil. We thank you for providing it for us. And we just pray that you'll nourish our bodies with it, dear Lord, and we'll love you forever for always being our Lord and our Jesus. And dear Lord, we just know that there's people out there with prayer requests and needs, and we pray that you'll answer theirs. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, so once it's set there just a second, you don't have to leave it that long. Then, like somebody suggested, I just put it out on my plate like this. And I'm going to sprinkle a little of this parm. Now, don't come at me with this can of parm. I like it just fine. I don't have anything different. And I'm going to put one on this. You want a little parm?
No, I'm just going to hit my.
She just wants hers plain. Well, go ahead and eat it. And then just pick it up and eat it with your hands.
Now we need spaghetti.
Yeah, I sure say now I want spaghetti. 2 or 3 of these per guest usually is enough. But you want to keep the loaf, and I would just keep the loaf on your breadboard and cut an equivalent amount for everybody so there won't be. But most people will go back if they want more. But it's a quick and easy. You want to try the parm?
Yeah, I'll sprinkle me a little.
Because you'll like
I've
it.
done it before, so.
Yeah, we had this. This is what I used one night for spaghetti. Was oil and bread and Parmesan cheese. You can get any kind of, you can just use oregano, you can just use Italian seasoning blend. I find I don't really know that I have a brand, but any of these dry dressing mixes has served well for me in the past. And I bought the store brand and whichever ones. They all have a similar profile, don't they?
Yeah.
They're not too strong and they're not overpowering. What do you think, Mama?
It was good. But you
And I say your fresh piece there. She probably will just eat that one just alone. We should fix spaghetti since we got good loaf bread.
Yeah.
Just so happens we've not had it in a while.
Are you sure?
I don't remember it. Have you been taking breads with other people?
I've been taking spaghetti with other people.
Now, do you want to eat a whole loaf of this or anything? Probably
No.
not. Is it good if you want just a little snack at the supper? Definitely is. Hi, John and Mama Yummy from Indiana. Had Mexican tonight. Carolyn, that sounds so good. Everything bagel would be good. It would be, and it's really limitless. It's just like a lot of other things. Once you have a good quality olive oil, and this ain't expensive or nothing, but it just tastes good. After that, you can put, let's see, she's dipping again. After that, you can put cayenne pepper in it. You can put any kind of flavorings that you want, any seasonings in your cabinet. just put them in there. But if you're going to be eating raw seasoning and you want that punch, just get a mortar and pestle and run it through. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, this one came from Amazon, I think. If you don't have something like that, you can use something else. You can just use a fork or something, anything to kind of crack that up a little bit. You can put it in your food processor. You can put it in your little mini Tupperware grinder. Anything to kind of bust those up a little bit. And it gives you that fresh pop of flavor. There you go, man. Don't slow down. Don't slow down. Keep on, keep on.
I need enough bread, thank you.
Okay. But that is what it's all about. Just something quick and simple sometime. Now you can put the Parmesan cheese directly in that. You can, and that's,
Good on top.
yeah. So you can like Mama said, a sprinkler over the top. This is where you can also put your balsamic vinegar in there. It's all yours. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any questions. Hey, you. Hey, you, Janet. I had tuna salad tonight.
We had
Too hot there. That's one of our things, Chelsea. It's 82 degrees. We've worked a lot today. I will tell you, we took Mama to the doctor this morning. They said, don't come back for 6 months. You're doing great. So we thank the good Lord for that. Another day of rain and wind and storm. We've had a similar day here.
It rained all the way to the doctor's.
And it's clouded up to rain earlier and decided not to. But
Teasing us.
right. If you have a supply of good French bread, them chickens in a bag, just know
Splurge a little bit.
there's people out there who's jealous of you. If we had a chicken in a bag somewhere close, like in town, where I could just literally run by, we'd probably have that 3 times a week
No, I don't think so.
for the first 2 weeks. We would have it much more often because if I'm somewhere they have them on my
you
job,
smell it in the store, it makes you
I don't even
so
have to
hungry.
smell it. I know, and just that convenience. And if you have recently purchased a raw chicken,
Ooh, they're expensive.
they're cheaper than the raw chicken. So probably the raw chicken could be a little bit bigger, but one of them feeds us and always has leftovers, so we're good. We had yesterday, Mama made tuna salad. It was out of this world. It was so
just
good,
tuna salad.
but it was good. We need to make, I told Mom, we got another special loaf of bread you can't get here. It was just a pre-sliced loaf, and you all would be so underwhelmed. You'd be like, we get that all the time. But it's calling for some pimento cheese. It's whole wheat, 100% whole wheat with the full grains and all that. You all know the bread I'm talking about. And
The fancy bread is
we call everything fancy that's not just a white loaf. White bread, light bread, whatever you call it. We call everything fancy because we love our little Save Lot.
Oh yeah, thankful.
We
for it.
love it. Don't take it away. But we would enjoy some other things. I tell you what we did get today that we can't get here hardly ever was leaf lettuce. So ours is still growing, our latest batch, but we got some we can wilt. We got some we can use on sandwiches. But I was just imagining that beautiful bread, that whole wheat bread with all that stuff on it, with pimento cheese and a piece of leaf lettuce and tomato. We really debated on making pimento cheese tonight and having it for y'all, but we're just not hungry enough.
And I'm a little tired from work.
Mama's tired.
Traveling and
She's
working.
requested a PTO, paid time off for the afternoon.
Do I get paid?
Same thing you got paid this morning.
Oh, well.
Oh, I live in Humboldt, Tennessee. Pam, where's that at? Hi from San Angelina. Hi Claudia, how are you? Hi John and Mama. It's hot here in Northern Carolina. Yeah, Link. A lot of times we get Giro's weather. It's just like we're one big state with a line down in the portion there to divide us. But we get a lot of your weather patterns. Now we don't have one of those oceans. Y'all got that? We didn't get that one. You get the ocean, and we got the Mississippi River on the other end. So I always said, if we had one of them oceans, I bet our tourism would be better in Tennessee. We got the mountains. Boy, if we had mountains and an ocean, we could probably do good.
There's room for all of that.
Our roads and infrastructure probably couldn't take all that, but we love North Carolina. We love South Carolina. We love anything. I mean, we've traveled South Carolina, North Carolina extensively. We love to be. That's used to be one of our destination locations every year. My cherry tomatoes have a lot of green tomatoes.
Oh.
Mine's just trying to grow. They got a late start, but my other tomatoes we've had to stake them, and they're just doing good. Hi from Kentucky. Hey, Debbie. Hello from Michigan. Hey, Terry, how are you? Howdy from Florida. Look at all them palm trees, Teresa. That's one of the things when I get to South Carolina, North Carolina, or anywhere, when I see my first palm tree.
We're getting close.
We're getting excited because it's close. Need something. Let's see, I can't get all my words in tonight. Too hot. Yeah, it is too hot to cook here today too, Roseanne. Debbie Roberts, you have natural hair. I just want to know the last time someone told you you're beautiful. Me, I think that's Roger Colton. Get off from here. These women don't buy nothing you're saying.
Too smart for that.
We got the Great Lakes. Yeah, Terry, you all got Great Lakes. Tennessee's beautiful. It is, Sherry. We got our fair share of pretty. We really did, but one of them oceans would be handy. Toast the bread and dip in the oil. Have a nice salad for... Oh, that would be good, Donna. And I bought... Oh, we showed out today.
Oh, no.
We showed out. We got some just extravagant things. We got spinach, bagged spinach. That's a treat. We got iceberg mix salad. Don't have to mix it. It already comes mixed in a bag. I know. Y'all like, oh, so what? Yeah. If you didn't have it, you'd appreciate it. We got French bread by the loaf. I bought fresh blackberries. Sure did. And blueberries. Started to get some raspberries. But I said, you better restrain yourself. Just getting all out of hand, John. I got that special Kroger bacon pieces that I love to put on baked beans. The real bacon.
You love those bigger pieces.
I do love them big pieces of my baked beans. I feel so extravagant, like we've been to the big world.
We've been to civilization.
We've gone to the big store, the Kroger. It's not too far for us, but we usually go there when we have to go there. So if we go for a doctor's appointment and there's time, sometimes if I'm working and I take off long enough to take her to the doctor, we don't head up to the Kroger. Today was a nice day. I didn't have to work. And we strolled through the Kroger like we were looking around to buy the place. You know that stroll. You see the people. You know the people that get on your nerves when you're trying to get your stuff for supper together. And here comes somebody. Oh, would you like to try some of that cheese? That was us this morning. But we was there early. We wasn't involved with any people who had to work today. We weren't there after they'd gone to work. Before lunch, we were early birds.
Yeah, we didn't hold nobody.
We didn't hold nobody up. Too bad, I don't think. There might have been a brief moment.
One gentleman working there thought we was having a hard time finding something.
No, he was just being nice.
Oh.
We may have lingered a few moments at the cheeses. They were so pretty. And we lingered for a few extra moments at the breads. Did I tell you we got fresh French loaf? We lingered a few moments at the breads and the cheeses. But other than that, we did really well. We acted like we had seen that stuff before.
We didn't embarrass ourselves too bad.
We go there. We try to get down there once every 5 to 6 weeks. And then,
now my appointments is way off. So.
well, Mama was having very close appointments. Now, we'll have to go before your appointment times. We may have to just go down there. Let me tell you something sad.
Oh, don't you tell that on me.
I'm just going to give you all an insight of what it's like. And I'm not whining. I love living here. I don't care if we can't get cable half the time and internet's in and out. And can't get no French loaf, that's for sure. So we made our big haul. We was coming around and I said, oh my goodness, look at these blackberries. I've got to have some of these blackberries. And I said, look at these blueberries. They're at the peak of perfection. We got some cuties. We got apples. Did
No,
you get
I didn't
apples?
get- no,
I
I
told you
didn't.
to get apples.
I know it, but I didn't get it.
She didn't get them. We come from the blackberries and the blueberries, and Yins were probably
Raspberries.
raspberries. You might have shed a little tear when you heard her say it. But she said, "What? Tell me what you said."
I said it would make a beautiful 4th of July dessert. I wish.
That ain't what she said.
Well, I was thinking that, and I said I wish we could be here at the 4th of July. Quit making fun of me.
I wish we could be here around the 4th of July. I laughed. I said, Mama, this ain't a flight away. We can run right down here any day you want to. I'll bring you down here on the 4th of July if you want to. I'll bring you on the 2nd, the 1st, the 3rd, any afternoon. Well, and she kind of smiled. She said, well, maybe we can come back. It was like a kid at Disney World. I said, I gotta get you out more often. She said, no, thank you. She don't want to go. Maybe I need to start forcing her. Saying, on Tuesday of next week, prepare yourself. We're going to the Kroger.
Oh yeah. Rest up.
Rest up and make a plan. I laughed. We got in the car and she started laughing. I said, why are you laughing? And she said, I did something pitiful, didn't I? Like, I wish we could come back.
I was thinking about desserts and stuff. Raspberries and blueberries and a cream cheese.
On a
thing.
fruit salad.
It would be a pretty 4th of July.
It would be.
Yeah.
So, you all, we're going to make a way to get her back down there to the Kroger. We're going to plan it. Well, Mama, as usual, I've sat around here and talked, ate a little bit of bread, and I'm full, so
Yeah.
we're ready to go. Now, if you have your oil and your stuff left, you can always scrape that off from there with a spatula, put it in a cup, and if you put something like the cheese, you can put it in the refrigerator, but you can always set it out and let it get room temperature. Now, your olive oil will probably thicken, but
But once it gets room temperature.
you probably don't have none left, folks, because people tend to eat this up. But
If
you
we
do-
had spaghetti, we'd be a sopping up.
well, I'm thinking, this bread don't last long because it's so fresh and so good. Maybe we should try to have spaghetti tomorrow.
I don't know. We'll see.
And have while we got good bread.
Yeah.
You'll be wanting to go back, and it ain't close to the 4th yet.
I can't go until close to the 4th.
Oh, mercy. All right, Mama. You got anything you want to add tonight?
No.
Y'all be good. Have a good afternoon. It looks sunshiny pretty out here now. So I'm going to get out here and see what them pups are doing. And head around to check on the tomatoes. Do my evening chores is basically what I'm trying to tell y'all. And the porch flowers have had no rain. So they're going to have a drink.
Yeah.
I know that.
The others have got a drink this morning.
The others have had a drink, but the porch flowers need a little trickle.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I do want to say that I want everybody to remember our friend Pam. She's been in the hospital and not feeling well.
do you remember that? Y'all know Miss Pam. She's on here with y'all most of the time, and she may be on here tonight. So, Miss Pam, we love you. We're waiting for you to call us and say, I'm all better now. So you get working on that. Joe, if you're on here, our prayers are with y'all, and y'all have a good evening too.
That's right.
Anything else, Mama? Mama.
No, I don't have.
Deborah, that's not nice. Deborah's on here telling all this stuff. Where you living, Deborah? You live in North Carolina? She says, Deborah, I'm just teasing with Deborah. She ain't done nothing bad. Deborah says, I have the ocean, the bay, the sound, some lakes, and of course ponds. Guess where? I don't know. North Carolina? I know there's sounds in North Carolina.
South Carolina,
Ponds,
Florida.
lakes, the bay. It ain't the bay, is it? Are you from California? Are you from New England?
Hawaii.
Stay tuned. Next season, next show, when you see Deborah, tell us where she's talking about. Deborah, I'm only being hateful because I'm jealous. I love water. I love water. And I even told Mama, so we were to buy a house near water where we can just go on the back porch and see water. Would that not be nice? But I don't want to leave here.
I
Deborah?
remember the first time I seen the ocean, it just took my breath away. It was so gigantic and so.
I remember the first time I got in it, and it scared me to death.
Well, you was little.
Watching from Spartan Good
Oh yeah.
place, because when we get to Spartanburg, Donna, we know we close.
Yeah.
It's chilly.
Back in the day, I had to read the maps and stuff to get down there.
Real maps.
The real maps.
This wasn't. Then there was that brief period of time in history where you would have to print off that map quest 3 pages worth of stuff with arrows and signs, and somebody would have to sit over here and read it to you. That was back before, we had.
I was a map reader when we was going. I wasn't the driver much.
No. But anyway, that's what we're up to. Heat next, we're getting a lot of heat next week too, Suzanne. Going to try to get everything done outside that we can do.
Got a lot of work to do. I don't know if we can get it done.
And if we don't,
But I can work in the heat.
if we don't, you work in the heat. If we don't, we don't. I don't stress all that kind of stuff. 95 degrees, yeah, it's hot.
Oh, that's hotter.
Deborah, I don't see any more comments. Sometimes it won't show me too.
Did Deborah tell you where she's at?
I don't think so. I'm looking. Does anybody see Deborah's comment where she told us where she's from with all that prettiness?
She kind of got everything.
You have a mulberry tree, Gloria?
Oh, I used to love mulberries.
Sound is in and out.
Well, our internet's in and out.
Yeah, we're just lucky to be here. We ain't got bread and chicken in the bag. We expect. We just doing a little bit of internet. We just get the internet bounces off of that mountain right there.
When you're down in a valley like this, it's hard.
Close enough. Delphia Sweeney, I can have Kroger delivered here. Do you know
No,
where I'm
I
at?
don't think so.
Do you know where we are?
We're in the boonies.
Are you from Corbin? We're about, it'd be a 70-mile delivery from the Kroger. If I could, though, boy.
Ooh.
We'd have French bread and chicken in a bag more often.
We're just lazy and don't go down there.
Oh, Renee, we have a good farmer's market. And oh, yeah, BLT's is high on my list, too.
I
Kroger
got
makes
some
home
bacon
deliveries
today,
here. It
and we
makes
got some tomatoes. So
Anita, you probably live close. What's the range? I can imagine they would deliver 35 miles.
we probably have-
General E. Pate, get off there. I bought a strawberry rhubarb pie this week.
Ooh,
It was just
my
now
daddy-
brandy. They had rhubarb down there today, and I was coming that close to getting a little bit of rhubarb to make a strawberry pie.
My daddy raised rhubarb, and he loved those rhubarb pies and stuff, strawberry and stuff. He always had his rhubarb ready.
Central Iowa. Hey, Sonia. No, that's not Sonia. Hey, oh, John and Mama, I made your banana fruit bread. Did one sugar-free and one regular, and even my grandson loves it. Well, thank you, Kendall.
Thank you.
I'm glad that he loved it.
Excuse
I'm telling you, it's delicious. We love it. It was a good hit at church last night. We didn't bring back one drop of it, and we have this much left. Delicious. We don't get the cream cheese on ours. We left all that out there. We couldn't bring that mess home. If we brought it home, we'd eat it.
Oh, yeah.
John, that's how I do at a Publix or a Harris Teeter. Our little town doesn't. Is it? So you're Mount Airy, North Carolina. Oh, you're from Mayberry, Sherry.
Yeah.
So you know the thrill of a Kroger
Thrill
for a
is
country boy and a country girl.
very, very country girl.
Anytime we go anywhere, I go to different cities, and whenever I go, if they've got a place I'm used to going, and I'll go to different grocery stores, and I'll call Mama and say, you got a list. I'm in civilization today. Would you like chicken in a bag? We call rotisserie chicken in a bag, just because. Why do we do that?
Because you do it. Yeah, that's what you say. You want a chicken.
You
in
want
a
a
bag.
chicken in a bag. But
I know
chicken.
what you're talking
She
about.
knows. Now here's what we did. She eats the wings, I eat the legs. I know, most people don't eat like we do. And I peeled all that off the bone today, and I put it back in that bag,
And the juices.
in that juice and stuff, and I sealed it up good, and I put it back in the refrigerator, and we'll make something with it, or Mama might eat it for lunch tomorrow.
Well, that's too much for me to eat.
I might take it a little bit for lunch too. Or we might come up here tomorrow night and say, hey, we're making a chicken in a bag casserole or something. You never know what we'll do. But there was two things I looked for today, and they didn't have it. And I thought, I'm in the height of civilization, and I couldn't even get it. One thing was a new chicken by Tyson, black pepper chicken, that I saw another influencer make stuff with the other night, and I thought that would be good. Didn't have it. What was the other thing? El Paso chili powder. They had taco everything, but I'm gonna have to go downtown. Now I do think we have that at our dollar store.
We're going to go check and see.
We're going to check because a friend of ours made some delicious chili, and she said she ran out of her regular chili powder and she had to get El Paso here in town. And so we're going to experiment with old El Paso chili powder.
If we can find it.
I'm looking for the perfect pool hall hot dog chili. Now that may not mean nothing to y'all, but here in town we had a little pool hall, and this was 30 years ago, And it wasn't a bad pool hall. It was just a fun
I
place.
believe it's more than 30 years ago.
40 years ago. And families would go there and everything. It was a decent place. Well, the woman who worked there made the best chili. And I even remembered as a child thinking, this is good chili dogs. And my daddy and I would go there about every Saturday while Mama shopped. And a lot of people did that. Because the grocery store was right there, pool hall, and it was a nice setup. And I'd like to recreate that chili. Now, we have a good hot dog chili.
Back then, I didn't eat the hot dogs. Chili.
Mama didn't eat anything back then. We have a good hot dog chili, and we have a good bowl chili that we've loved. But when I tasted it hers the other night, I said, Mama, this is pool hall chili. Mama said, is it? She tasted, she goes, it is. I like it. So, that's what
We're working on it now.
we're working on. We're working on it. So that's what we're up to. Anyhow, Mama, I'm not going to eat that now.
Oh, I'm full.
But-
Bread's filling, especially when you.
Especially when you don't eat bread
Yeah.
much. We should try to really cut down on it. But anyway, we will get out from here. I'm going to clean up this little bit of mess. And then I think we're going to work in the garage a little while. And
Or go
Mama's-
to bed.
I do have to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be the Monday-est Friday ever. You people have
Them's
to work.
rough ones when you have money.
But you just keep telling yourself, 6 hours and I'll be done. 5 hours. And I'm ready for the weekend.
But them last 2 hours takes forever. To
Mine
get
don't. Mine don't. My first hour is busy. My last hour and a half busy. And I think, I wish I had just 5 more minutes some days. So
And
my
you
time,
take 'em, they makes work late. So.
my drag time's sort of more in the middle. But most of my days go by pretty quick because I'm so busy. The last hour's going home is always busy. Anyway, y'all have a blessed night. Say good night, Mama, unless you
Good
got
night,
something else to
Mama.
say.
God bless you all.
And yes, don't write letters. I'm going to take her back before the 4th. Bye, y'all.